Hi, I'm Joseph Ngol, founder of A Greener Planet. Subscribe to the channel if you want to save the planet. Check out the other channel, EPRO podcast, and check the website and our website in the description below. Floating in our oceans, lying in our beaches, we find a tremendous prevalence of this one material, plastic. According to Our World in Data, we've produced over 380 million tons of plastic. Our production of plastic has quickly outpaced the production of any other material in history. Humankind uses plastics for all applications, from food packaging to transportation and construction. But why is plastic used so widely? Let's explore some of plastic's properties. It is a lightweight, relatively inexpensive, hygienic, and moisture-resistant material that can be molded in a variety of shapes, allowing for a diverse range of applications. These attractive qualities are especially valued, especially in the health sector. In this time of health crisis, medical personnel need masks, gowns, and gloves to treat the ill. Plastic is often used as food storage in many developing and underdeveloped nations. We must remember that plastic is a recent innovation and is relied upon many people. Developing countries often possess mismanaged plastics which are disposed of incorrectly. For example, 80% of plastics in Asia are mismanaged, allowing for their input of plastic pollution in the marine environment. Although few developed countries have mismanaged plastics, they often contribute to plastic pollution via littering, a major factor that allows for the input of plastic pollution in both developing and developed countries. Developing countries often lack the presence of a wastewater treatment plant, allowing for the filtration of macro, micro, and nanoplastics. In these areas, 40% of the total population lack access to WWTP. As a result, we do not recognize the complexity of plastic and often ignore the fact that plastic is high-tech. The lack of respect for plastic has created this new plastic pollution crisis. But wait a second, what is plastic pollution? Plastic pollution is the input of plastics into the environment. Due to atmospheric pressure and winds, this plastic pollution is driven into the rivers, a major source of marine plastic pollution in oceans. Sources include litter, mismanaged plastic from landfills, recreational and commercial vessels, direct dumping, aquacultural operations, litter, and plastic production waste. But what type of plastic is polluted most in our environment? Most of plastic pollution consists of single-use plastics. They're designed to be just thrown away after one use. The most common single-use plastics found in the environment are cigarette butts, plastic drinking bottles, plastic bottle caps, food wrappers, plastic grocery bags, plastic lids, straws and stirrers, other types of plastic bags, and foam takeaway containers. According to the UN Environment, 1 to 5 trillion plastic bags are consumed each year, 10 million bags per minute. If all these plastics were tied together, they would circle around the Earth 7 times every hour. Also, they would cover the same size of the entire country of France. Every year, 8 million tons of plastic enter our oceans each year, and plastic emissions are expected to triple by 2040. Of all plastic production, plastic packaging accounts for 36% of total plastic production, much larger than of any other form. The closest to that is building and construction, with 17% of total production efforts. Consumer and institutional products, textiles, and transportation, including some packaging, all account to 31%. These statistics exemplify our need to control our actions. Despite this, companies, industries, and big corporations are one of the main reasons why plastic pollution is so prevalent in our oceans. Plastics that enter the ocean, or marine plastic pollution, can be among the most dangerous types of plastic pollution. When plastics enter the ocean, they break down into smaller pieces known as microplastics, which are less than 100 micrometers, and nanoplastics, which are less than 10 micrometers. This can happen due to UV radiation and wave abrasion. Microplastics are so complex that they deserve another video for it. Besides breaking down into smaller pieces, they can also release greenhouse gases more than at its production stage. It can also cause antibiotic resistance in organisms and can get entangled, restricted, or accidentally consumed by organisms. The list can go on. This marine plastic pollution can travel throughout the planet via ocean waves, Ekman transport, geostrophic current, Stokes drift, hurricanes, and monsoons. These geological processes allow the plastic pollution to accumulate in gyres, such as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Well, we could go forever about the consequences of marine plastic pollution, but this is just the introduction, and we'll be creating a video about that very shortly. All plastics ever created still exist in the environment today. If we continue our plastic pollution rates, we will have more plastic than fish. Plastic pollution is now much more vast than ever before, and our environment is at risk. Society must recognize this crisis to the fullest, or we risk losing our environment forever. Our next video will be about microplastics, so stay tuned for that. I'm Joseph Ngo. Hit the subscribe button if you want to save our oceans, and I'll see you next time.